Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you've seen my videos before, thank you for your continued support, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to you too. Check out some of my other videos. If you like this one, the other ones you might like as well. In this episode today, you'll see how I decode the humble Holden V8. It might be helpful for some, you might learn some new things, and if I've missed something, feel free to comment and tell me what I've missed and what else can be looked for in these motors to help decode what they are. We'll also start turning some spanners on it and start getting some of the bolt-ons on, and we'll do some wiring in preparations in getting the dizzy into the motor. Alright, let's go. Alright, so first things first, what you're going to look for on the side of the block down here, probably right there, it's either going to say 308 or 253. Now the next thing is here, how you decode. Now the first one, 4 is your day, so it's the 4th day. J is September because they don't use the letter I. Now the 7, so it's 4th of October something 7. Now the earlier blocks, so we know it's the 4th of September. If it's an earlier block, they use a US dating code, so that the letter will be at the front because the US goes month, day, year, opposed to Australia that uses day, month, year. So now to find out which 7 that is, if it's 77, 87, we know it's not 97 because it's got B-cast heads. So we look around here to this one. Now this is a VJ block, so this is which is a VL prefix. So we know that's 87. So it's 4th of October, 87. Now this thing here, the sundial, this will tell you when the block was cast. It'll either be a 1 o'clock, which this one is, or a 5 o'clock dating cast. So this motor was made on the 4th of October 1987. The block was cast at 1 o'clock. A few other differences with these motors is that this being a VL block, it's cast as a 308, but on the crank it will say it's a 304. They also have L34 heads. These came out factory with a double row timing chain, a Bosch HEI, and if you've ever had to replace a harmonic balancer on one of these, a red or blue 308 one will not go on it. It'll chew it out in seconds, as I found out early when I bought this. But that's some of the things to look for. So a couple of things to help you date your motor. You want to look here straight away, and this will tell you day, month, year, and then you'll come around here and the first 2 letters, or if it's like an 11QT, which is HQ to HZ statesman, that will tell you. So it might be 2 numbers, 2 letters. It's normally 2 letters apart from the statesman. But if it starts with the letter at the front, you've got a very early block. Some very early 308 blocks have HP on the side of the block instead of 308. Again, with some of the earlier 308s, if you look at the back of the engine when the trans is off, there's usually ribbing at the end of the block, and some blocks that are earlier and some blocks that are later have different amounts of ribbing. That's a couple of things that are differences in the Holden V8 throughout the years. There is good sites like Holdenopedia that has all your codes for like your VJ, your QT, your ZR, WR, all of them. It goes through all of them. and specifically what block is for what. If you want to get real in depth, then you can look at other pages on the net. They show the other differences, like if it's a black motor, it will come out with a Bosch HEI or a double row timing chain. But these are one of the key indicators. So you've got 308 or 253 on the block. Yeah, day, month, year. Your casting time. And then you'll have your numbers that tell you, and then you'll have your letters that tell you what prefix your block is from. But that is about it in a nutshell. So I thought I'd dig up a couple of other blocks and we'd digress on it a bit more so you can decode your own block. So we'll go and have a look at them so you can help decode not just a black motor but other motors as well. Alright, first up, twenty-fifth day, G, which is June 7. I know this is a QR block, so this is 25th of June 1977. I'll digress on this car a bit more. This is my next build. It's going to be a little bit different to the other one, but I might do a walkthrough of this in a later video. Alright, on to the next ones. Right, here we go. So we'll jump into it. We'll just do these ones quickly. 28th day of the month, A, which is the first letter, so January of 2, and we've got a, what have we got? I can't really focus on it. I'll just read it to you because it's a bit blurry. She is a WR, which is a WB block, so this is 28th, if it will focus, 28th of January 1982. This one here, we've got a QR, you can barely make it out. Now this one is what I was talking about earlier. See how we've got a K at the start? So it's, see how we've got a K at the start? So it's K, which is October, so it's October 6. So it's a QR, so it's 1971. So that's about it really for decoding blocks. It's not that hard once you get into it. If you work out the codes like your QRs and that, makes it even quicker to figure out what year it is. Because I forgot to press record on the next video, I am rewiring up my Dizzy. It was really frayed, there was live wires. Don't ask me how it ran on the car, but it ran on 2 motors. So we'll jump into that now. So here we have it. New wires, the right colour, pink on pink, green on green, soldered on. I'm very amateur with the soldering on, so no judgment. I do it like once every 10 years. Connections on both ends, just from a cheap eBay kit. There's like 300 in a pack. You normally lose a couple breaking them. Corrugated sleeve tube, and she's good to go. All right. Going to show you how I use this tool. Going to find top dead center. We've got a bit of hose with a dog squeaker in it, and the theory is when the piston comes up and the valves close, you should hear it squeak. Alright, hopefully that should be it and we're not 180 out. Time to drop in the dizzy. I just got one of these for the dizzy. Not sure how I feel about the screw-in stud, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, that bracket sucks. I wasn't doing a review on it, but I guess there it is. Alrighty, time to run some leads. Now you'll need some of these to separate them. No need to buy the fancy ones, these ones do the job. So let's get ahead, get started. Alrighty, so I'll show you how I do this with cable ties. We're going to do this one here. So do we want to do it down here? Not sure yet. Might try and loop them all together so you want to get them. Have a bit of gap there, maybe not that much. We'll just run another one through here. Tighten him up. You want to poke this one back down while it's got enough length on it. And that's it. Now you want to make sure you cut it on an angle so it cuts you every time you put your hand in the engine bay. That's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and do them all. Just another cheap and easy way to make things look a bit tidier in your car. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this episode. Didn't get as much done as I'd like. Started waffling on about decoding and things got out of hand as they do. I could talk about it all day. For next episode, we will continue with the bolt-ons on the car. Keep going with that. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to put on the car. I'd just like to say everyone who supported me when I posted this up on Facebook and kind words, that it really means a lot. putting this up made me very anxious as to the response from everyone, but the response I got was awesome, and thank you all, and take it easy.